All right, let's talk about the BUGA sphere. A 111-page report has come out about the sphere with some really incredible information. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, a lot of the information that we have about this report is coming from David Velez from El Patro, and he is breaking it down for us. Sadly, it is in Spanish. So I will go over what we have so far in English. And of course, Jaime Maussan is talking about this, the incredible BUGA sphere. You know, among the things that they're finding is the writing on the sphere. They're deciphering it, the meaning of it, and other things as well. All right, so let's get into what we have. There's, the test report of the age of the BUGA sphere seems to have been confirmed, meaning this thing really is 12,500 years old, which is nuts. And I love it. From Skywatch Signal, the BUGA sphere, 560 years of silence. Breaks live on TV. Jaime Maussan just went live from Mexico City, and what he revealed about the BUGA sphere might change how we look at human history. This one had everything from metallurgy that shouldn't exist, writing older than language itself, and a message that sounds like a warning from the past. Okay, so breaking down some of this new information. Now, the 111-page report hasn't been released publicly yet, although I think that's going to change in the very near future. Maybe today or tomorrow, or that'll be made public, hopefully an English language version of it. And, this is a developing story. There's going to be new information that's going to come in, but this is pretty cool. All right, so this is from Mario P. David Velez, a central member of the group Cazadores de OVNIs Latin America, announces that he has received in a world exclusive the official scientific analysis report of the BUGA sphere. The analyses were commissioned and overseen by Dr. Stephen Greer, who took personal responsibility for coordinating the scientific testing. Now, you guys know that I have very mixed opinions about Stephen Greer, but he is not the one performing these scientific experiments or, analyses. So, we may criticize Greer, but he is not the one doing the science on this. In the video, Velez shows and flips through a 111-page report, which he describes as signed, stamped, and certified by universities and research laboratories. All right, the key points that we know so far about this report. The technical report contains analyses of the materials, polymers, and inductance, and metallurgic composition of the sphere. And that includes the metals that compose the sphere include some rare earth elements or rare earth minerals or metals, very unlikely to be included in a hoax. It includes official certifications and quality seals, written entirely in English. Okay, that's good. And to be translated into Spanish. Okay, I guess Greer got it to, English-speaking people at a university. To be translated by a team of engineers for public release. Scientific aspects. Describes detailed physical and chemical tests and comparisons. Velez suggests that the data confirm a non-conventional and unidentified material. Refers to previous carbon-14 tests that estimated an age of 12,560 years into the Proto-Sanskrit inscriptions. And I've talked before about the inscriptions. Proto-Sanskrit, as far as I know, was never written. We don't have a written comparison, but they've been able to cobble together what they do know of that, comparing it to other languages. And they have identified what they believe the writing to be on the BUGA sphere as Proto-Sanskrit, which is interesting because if that's true, then it does have a written form. Okay, claims that the new analyses are even more astonishing. dissemination, states that he is the second person in the world to possess the document after Jaime Maussan. Promises to make it public so that engineers and researchers can analyze it independently. Okay, well, I'll look forward to that. I look forward to the conversation surrounding this, people trying to debunk it or confirm it. And I can't wait for it to be further corroborated and confirmed. I really want that age to be confirmed. I mean, if it can be confirmed to be 12,500 years old, wow. Wow. We're talking the Younger Dryas era, potentially the Younger Dryas cataclysm in the fall of Atlantis. At least that's roughly when Plato puts the fall of Atlantis. And yeah, so that'd be amazing. Let's see. Promises to make it public. Promises to make it public so that engineers and researchers can analyze it independently. Symbolic announcement announces the creation of a monument dedicated to the BUGA sphere in the Alto Bonito district of BUGA, Colombia, with an upcoming inauguration ceremony. I mean, there's a monument to Mothman. Why not the BUGA sphere, right? The unveiling and full details will be presented in the next video of No Humano. So that's awesome. Well, I can't wait for that. Like I say, this is a developing story. And we are going to get the full details, hopefully, of this 111-page report about the BUGA sphere. And, you know, again, we can criticize Stephen Greer all day long, and I certainly have. But he has done a lot of good for the community as well. And this may be, you know, among the best things that he's ever done, getting us this test result. Now, he's brought great witnesses forward. He's, you know, staged UFO disclosure events and other, you know, good deeds that have contributed a lot to ufology. Greer has also popularized, you know, human-initiated contact with the phenomenon, CE5. So I think that's really great. I was very, you know, wary of him entering the BUGA sphere, you know, situation. But hey, he is furthering the conversation, furthering our understanding of the BUGA sphere. And these results are going to go to independent researchers and analysts, and we're going to get these confirmed, hopefully. So yeah, so props to Greer, props to Jaime Maussan, props to all the researchers and analysts that have been studying the sphere. Can't wait for the next shoe to drop on this, or at least for this report to come out, and us to find out exactly what the shoe is. But I have seen the Metallurgy report, or you know, where they list all the various compositions of the, you know, the metals and the minerals composing the BUGA sphere. Really interesting stuff, including, like I said, some rare earth minerals and metals. Which again would be highly unlikely to have been included in a hoax. So really interesting. So yeah, let's see where this goes. But all in all, it is looking very solid right now. You know, it's such a weird case, the BUGA sphere. I love it. But you know, when you look at the writing on it, you know, when you see the zoom in of the writing, I don't know if we're going to get that in this video here, but it looks, you know, slapdash and, you know, hand drawn.
Yeah.
But it's hand drawn in this, you know, potentially proto Sanskrit, and to me that's really interesting because it's like very casually drawn on there, as if whoever, you know, etched, you know, that on there was very familiar with that language. So, you know, yeah, so that is the language of these people, whoever made this, I guess, would be the implication. Are those people still around? Well, were they humans that made this? Some sort of, you know, Indian or, you know, Atlantean or something like that culture that created this? Was this, you know, technology given to them by beings? Was it created by the beings and humans just put their own etching on there? You know, we don't know. We don't have any answers on this, but this is just such an amazing story. and the science on this is looking pretty good so far. I love it. So let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos, all that kind of good stuff. Buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie or coffee mug in the merch store. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.